How y'all doing? I was just sitting here reading somebody's comment. Jillian said, "Hello, family. Happy now. We are on the move. Make your way. My Hebrew people trying to go home. They can't stop us now. It's our right, not a privilege." All right, that's right. Absolutely. We didn't ask to come out of Africa. We don't need anybody's permission to go back. So let's make it happen. So we're just going to wait a few more minutes, let a couple people come on in the room, and we're going to talk about all the steps you need to take to leave. All the steps you need to take. Hey, Nzinga. Hope you're doing well. So a lot of the countries are opening back up. Hey, Antonio. Good to see you too, brother. Yes. Guys, I just been getting everything in order, getting everything together, because I'm leaving next week. So when y'all see me again, I will be in Ghana, and I will be filming from Ghana, and I will be bringing you a lot of good content from the African continent. So, and making the connections I need and doing what I need to make Sankofa what it needs to be to provide the assistance to bring people back home. So that's why I got to get on back over here. I'm doing good. Nzinga, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm hanging in there, man. I'm excited about going back to Ghana to stay. You know, I lived there before, and now I'm going back again permanently next week. So I just been getting life in order, you know, going through the house, getting rid of things. You know how it is when you get ready to move. My husband will still be here working, but I didn't, hopefully not for much longer. So I had to, we had to really go through and get rid of stuff so that when he leaves, it's not a huge burden on him to try to figure out what to keep and what to get rid of by himself. So, hello, sister. Hello, Bijou Noir. How you doing? Hi, Michelle. Okay, so anyway, let's get to it. Ghana's borders have opened. Well, let's be clear. The borders by air have opened. By land and sea have not opened. Okay, so you can fly in. So let's go step by step. What you need your passport. I think the U.S. government now is processing passports. I don't know what the backlog is. So everybody should be getting their passports. I've been on my mother to go ahead and submit her application. She got everything. She just been procrastinating, but she promised me she was going to go this week and do it. So, because I don't know how long it's going to take for her to actually get it back. So everybody need to go do their passport. When you have your passport, you have to get a visa. You can only get your visa from Ghana after you buy the ticket. You got to buy the ticket because you submit a copy of your visa itinerary along with the application for the visa. Okay? So make sure you have that. Some people are calling me and asking me about an invitation letter. You do not need an invitation letter to go to Ghana. I've never had an invitation letter to get a visa. I saw it on the consulate website. I don't know what that's about, but I've never, ever had to, since I've been traveling, had to submit a invitation letter from anybody to go to Ghana. You can go to Ghana without an invitation letter. What you do need on your application is the name of 2 references or hotels where you're going to stay, or 2 references. So once I'm there, I'll be happy to be anybody's residence. Reference. If you want to come over, you just hit me up online or something. I'll give you my details so that you can put that on your application. It's not a big deal. And hotel where you're gonna stay if you want a hotel. But we're gonna have the Sankofa Repack Guest House now, so y'all can use that as an address. Okay. All right. So you need to give yourself time in between the airline ticket, because the visa process, they're a little bit backlogged because of the shutdown. So give yourself enough time to send off that application. You have to send your passport. You have to. So there's the embassy in DC. There's a consulate in Houston, and there's a consulate in New York. Now, what you have to do, you send off the envelope. I would do a tracking because your passport's in there. So you want to get it where you're tracking it, where you can see it when it's delivered. But you also pay for your return envelope and get tracking on that. Because what's going to happen is after they put your visa inside your passport, they're going to put it in that envelope, that prepaid envelope that you sent with your passport. They're just going to stick it back in there. You've already labeled it with your address and everything. They're going to stick your passport in there, and they're going to mail it back to you, okay, in the same envelope that you sent for them to mail back to you. And you can prepay and get a tracking on that when you send it at the post office. So you can even track the package as it's coming back to you. So you want to do that, okay? I know people are not comfortable with putting their passports in the mail. I know I'm not, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Okay. So this is the thing now. You cannot get on the flight. You cannot get on the flight to Ghana without having a COVID test result that is no older than 72 hours before your flight. Let me repeat that, because they're not going to let you on the plane, because the airlines themselves would get sanctioned by Ghana if they allow you on the flight to Ghana without a negative COVID-19 test result before departure. 72 hours. Okay. So 72 hours, you back 72 hours, you need to take your test and have those results. I ran around, I'm going to tell y'all, because the rapid, let's be clear, that rapid test is not the one you need. It's one called PCR, the PCR test. And a lot of places take 5 to 7 business days. I was like getting frustrated. Like, how am I going to get this thing back to get on the flight? You know what I mean? And I just had to keep calling, keep different. I spent 2 days calling around trying to find somewhere to get the test and get where they would give me the test and give me the results back within 72 hours. So do not wait till the last minute. If you know you're going, you need to go ahead and start identifying a place where you can get the PCR test. PCR, not that rapid test. That's not the one. That's not going to get you on the plane. The PCR test, and you need to find somebody that will give you the test and get your results back within 72 hours of you departing. Now, the fact that your 72 hours is from when you initially leave. So I have a layover in Turkey. That doesn't count against me. It's 72 hours from when you get on, from your original departure. Okay. So unfortunately, I did find a place, and they will get it back to you within 2 to 3 business days. And it's free. So, which is good, because some places are not free. It's free. And, you got to pay in Ghana. So once you arrive, so when you show up at the airport, they're going to get that paper. They're going to look, and they're going to make sure that it's no older than 72 hours or you're not going to be able to get on the plane. I'm just telling you what it is. This is straight from the airlines. I was talking to these people. Okay. So now when you arrive in Ghana, you're going to get another test. That one you got to pay for. Ain't no getting around that one. I found that a lot of these testing sites will take your insurance. You can get a test. A lot of them, some of them won't test if you don't have symptoms, but some of them are specifically giving tests for people who have travel plans because they know you need it to travel. Some of them will take insurance, and then there's some that will give you, won't charge if you don't have insurance. You just got to really call around. So this is what I'm saying. Don't wait till the last minute for this stuff, because you'll be running around stressed out like I was. I didn't, but at the time we didn't know what Ghana was going to require. And then even when I found out about it, I didn't jump right on it and start. I thought, okay, I got time. They doing pull up in cars and doing tests, and so I think, okay, I'm cool. I can find. But then when I started calling these people, I realized that rapid test is not the test you need. It's one called PCR. I can't say that enough. PCR. So when you're talking to these people, make sure you ask them if it's the PCR test. That's the one you need back within 72 hours of your flight. That's the one they're going to, and they're checking. They are checking. You understand what I'm saying? They're checking, so don't think you're not going to get on a flight without a visa to Ghana. Get this visa out of arrival, upon arrival thing out of your mind. They're not going to even let you get on an airplane without a visa. Okay? So give yourself enough time to get all your stuff in a row. Okay? Get your stuff in order. And then you're going to take the test. They're not doing quarantine anymore, thank God, because I'd rather take the test and go about my way than do the quarantine. The quarantine was 14 days in a hotel of their choice, and it was over $1,000. And you're in the room, and you got to wait for them to drop food off at the door and come back and pick the trays up. And you know what I'm saying? Who wants to do all that and pay that kind of money? So, hey, bro, Larry, how you doing? Good to see you again. Yeah, it's been a while. Oh, man. Onyx said that she just received a passport, but they put the wrong place of birth, so she got to send it back. That's awful. Well, hopefully they will put a rush on your thing since it's an error from them. So the test itself, my children and I are going to do our COVID test today, this evening. In fact, what I'm going to do after I do the test, I'm going to tell y'all how it was. I keep seeing these pictures of these people sticking stuff up folks' nose, look like they're sticking it up to their brain. However, I think that is creating fear because I have my son, one of my older sons, has been tested twice. And he said they don't stick it that far in like those pictures. He said it's not true. So, I will let y'all know. But this is the thing. It's nothing I can do about it. I have to do it to be able to go. The option is to not go. And that's not an option. You know what I'm saying? For me, that's not an option. I'm going. So, but I will come back and let y'all know. How the test went. How I'm interested to see how Asar is going to act when these people try to do this thing. I heard there's two types of tests. There's the back of the throat and then there's in the nose, but I don't know which one we're going to get done, but it will be done today. And I'll keep y'all posted on that. So once you arrive in Ghana, I'm also, when I arrive, I will try to get some footage of the process and post that up so y'all can see what the children and I, the process. If you don't have a yellow fever vaccination, that's a whole nother thing. If you don't have a yellow fever vaccination, you don't have to show that to board the plane, but when you arrive in Ghana, that's the first thing you get to. That's the first death when you come out the plane. They're gonna ask for that yellow fever vaccination, the proof of it. If you don't have it, you can get it at the airport. You will pay for it. Last I knew, it was about $25 for the immunization. It's cheaper to get it in Ghana at the airport than it is to get it over here. I've heard of people paying $80 or more. And also there is sometimes there's they don't have a lot of the vaccine here. So, depending on where you are, you might not have access to it. You might have to travel somewhere and go get it and then still pay an exorbitant amount of money to get the vaccine. That's if I heard that you can get if you're allergic to egg or something like that, you can get a waiver. And I heard that they do respect the waiver. They do acknowledge the waiver. I don't know about that. I'm just going to tell y'all the truth. I never had the vaccine. Never had the vaccine, but I got me a yellow fever vaccination card. so I'm just telling the truth. I never had, but everybody can't do what I do. But if you can't do it, find somebody to get you a yellow fever vaccination card, and it's a non-issue, non-factor. And you can go on about your business. Okay? So, yeah, I will, from there, it's $150 when you arrive in Ghana, and you have to pay. They got the ATMs ready. Your debit card, you use your debit card as long as it's got a Visa, MasterCard logo, because you pay cash. And you're going to go to the ATM there, and you're going to get the money out, and you're going to pay, and you're going to get another test upon arrival, and it's $150. So be prepared for that. I know it sucks. I know it sucks. It sucks ass. But what can we do, people? What can we do? Antonio said it's not easy getting that test done. It's uncomfortable. Yes, my son said it's uncomfortable. He did say it's uncomfortable. He said, but it's just few seconds and it's over. But it's not up to your brain. You know what I'm saying? So, and then Life Journey said, I've tested 3 different types before, but not throat by blood. But before, but not throat by blood and nose. Okay. Yeah, Antonio. Antonio says Ghana needs to reduce the price. Other places are much lower. No test on the right. I know. Gambia. I heard Gambia, you're just supposed to quarantine yourself. I talked to somebody who just arrived in Gambia about a week ago. So you're just supposed to, and then you quarantine at your house, wherever you're staying. The person told me that they told them they was going to send somebody by to check to make sure, but up to date, nobody has ever come. So, Life Journey, 5-year-olds don't need the test. From my understanding, 5-year-olds and younger don't have to do it. But everybody over the age of 5 has to do it. Okay? Yes, you need the yellow fever vaccination. You will not go past that immigration thing, getting off the plane without it. You're either going to show them you already have it, or they're going to give you the vaccination right there. Or you're going to have a waiver saying why you can't have it. Okay? So, like I said, I think I've covered everything. Anybody have any other questions? Give yourself time. Do not schedule your ticket and then you running around trying to get visa and trying to get COVID shot and COVID thing, and you don't have enough days to do it. Start look if you know if you know that you're going, start sussing out these places. You know what I mean? Start finding out who gives the PCR test, find out if they charge, find out if you can get it back within 2 to 3 business days. Oh, that was another thing, because we're flying on the weekend, and one of the places was like, it's business days. It takes this many business days to get it back. So it wasn't going to work. You know what I'm saying? Because we're leaving on over the weekend. So I had to find a place specifically that count the days, count the weekend as part of those. Velvet. They count. Hey, Velvet. I had to find a place that get the results back. You know, the weekend counts as part of those 2 to 3 days. So that's something else to be aware. I understand that they will email you your results. So, you know, you'll hold on, guys. Somebody's knocking at my door. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. All right, my apologies. My apologies. I'm back. So yeah, I think I've covered everything. Let me see. Anybody got any other questions? Sorry about that. Somebody's knocking at the door, and the dog, you know, she always goes berserk whenever somebody's at the door. So anyway, I hope I have given you some valuable information that you can use in preparation of your trip. Please like the video if you are on YouTube. Subscribe to Sankofa Repatriation Assistance Program YouTube channel and Facebook page. And if you haven't become a Patreon donor, please consider doing so for as little as $1 a month. Everybody's little pennies coming together can make a lot happen. Okay. So the last show I will be doing in 6 minutes about parents who won't consent to the who won't consent to the passport and the visa. So come back in 6 minutes. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.